In today's video, I'm going to show you how to earn 2 million credits in 50 seconds on Gran Turismo 7 with the latest online time trial. As you can see there, we are in the go-kart at Brands Hatch. So let's get into this and let's show you how to enter it and what you need to do. There are some very important tricks with this go-kart. So we are going into Brands Hatch in the go-kart. You can also check out my guide for the Eiger Nordwind, and that's in the Evo. So that is also on the channel if you need help with that one. You can see there, I have managed to get it into the top 10 very briefly there, so you will be able to load my Ghost and chase it after watching this guide. Now, I predict the total goal time is going to end around about 50.1 by the end of the 2 weeks, so try and get yourself slightly under that 50.1 is what I would recommend. Now, one thing you might notice is I'm using something new in this guide. We are using the telemetry racing app that you can also download from the link in the description. It's currently free to use while it's in the early stage. It will go to a subscription service eventually. Now, first trick, turn your ABS off. No ABS for this. And I actually altered my degree of rotation down to 450 on my steering wheel. If your wheel enables that, it will make it a little bit easier. Now, you can see in the bottom right hand corner we have the tyre temperatures, and we have the green line for our acceleration, and we have the red line for our braking inputs, which should help with a bit of extra information for this guy. So going into turn one, we are going to go past the number 1 board, and we are actually going to brake just short of the AstroTurf on the left hand side. Now, what you want to do is try and rotate this car right up into the curb. Now, you are going to need to lift off the throttle and gradually keep putting that throttle on. You can see it with the green line, the telemetry, how we're playing with that throttle through the corner and then into the next braking zone. We are actually going to use the number 1 board on the left hand side there, getting on the brakes pretty much just before that. Now, the car will snap a little bit with the ABS off, and that does actually help in terms of lap time. So we're going to go down to 4th gear, we're going to hold that for a bit and then go down to 3rd gear as we start to snap it into the corner. Now, you want to get aggressive on the throttle, but you will see a little bit of playing with the throttle with the green line where we're just trying to get a bit of confidence on that throttle. Now, into this next left hand corner, you are not going to hit the brake, but what you are going to do is lift off the throttle at the start of that yellow circle there. So little lift off the throttle, then back onto the throttle. Now, what you can see here is a little bit of lack of confidence as I got back on the throttle and had to lift again on that green line. So a little bit more confidence, a little bit more time to be gained on that corner. Now, into this long left hand corner, completely flat out, you do not need to lift here. And then we're going to go into this final right hand corner. Now, we're using the grey tarmac on the left hand side there, the end of that as our reference where we're going to get on the brakes. And you can see there we're on the brakes and we're going to take that wide line in, but then you want to get right up into the apex here. You do not want to run wide on this corner. It's best to try and hug the apex as much as you can as you go through there. And again, you can see playing with that throttle a little bit with the green light. You can see it playing around there. Again, a little bit more work with this, and I think I could get that throttle a little bit more consistent to be a bit aggressive and consistently on as we go through that corner and gain again another 10th or so. So hopefully this will help you out, and hopefully the extra information with the telemetry. Now, one other thing I would recommend is, you might have noticed on there, I've done quite a few laps. Now, the tyre temperatures do build up as you do more laps, and it does get a little bit easier to drive this go-kart by doing that. Now, if you don't want to change your degree of rotation for the go-kart, or you're not able to do it on your wheel, what I recommend is using the cockpit view, because it will become a lot more stable to drive when you use the cockpit view. But we're just checking this out lap now from the chase camera whilst showing you the kilometers now. Now, remember, there will be no braking input in the replay file for Gran Turismo when you're looking on the replays, because it only shows you ABS input. Now, we have ABS off, so if anyone's got ABS input showing on their replay file, you will know instantly that they might be using weak or default. But yeah, in general, ABS off is a little bit better with the go-kart, and that's why you're not seeing the braking input there on this chase camera footage of the lap. But hopefully this is going to help you out. Let me know if it does. Get subscribed to the channel, it all helps me out massively, and hit that like button. I'll look forward to doing more of these videos with that new telemetry app in the future. Thanks again for watching, everyone.